All right, so we're with Greg Henderson and the Quadratec TreadLightly JTE. So this is the Jeep that everyone says that Jeep should have made, and we're going to run Metal Master today and see if that's true. So, Greg, why don't you tell us a little bit about this creation?
Yeah, so Quadratec came to me. They wanted to build something exciting for SEMA that would get a lot of attention and fully useful. And as Tyler knows, everything I build, I try and make it 100% useful. So it started life as a 4-door 4xe. We had 90 days to build it, so we cut it in half and turned it into a pickup truck. So it's actually a Gladiator bed that I stretched. So I stretched the bed 10.5 inches, so it's almost a true 6-foot bed, which gives it a little more capability. The actual chassis and platform is 100% factory right from Jeep. So we didn't cut the chassis, we didn't change it. All the operating systems are still factory axles, factory transfer case, motor, everything's essentially factory, just like Jeep should have built it.
Correct.
And I used Gladiator crash panels, so the steel from a Gladiator, to kind of move the bulkhead forward. So the cab closeout is actually Gladiator pieces that have just been reshaped. Even the top is a Gladiator top that I shortened, and it actually ended up, I think it was 9 pieces that we had to put back together after it was cut up, because I wanted the freedom panels to work. So I wanted it to function just like factory.
And you had an extra challenge because this is a 4xe, so normally where the back seats are going, you have a big battery.
Yeah, so on the 4xe, there's they say it's 398 pounds. I actually found it's a little heavier than that when it's got the liquid in it. But so it's a 400-pound death battery. Even in the manuals, it says when you take it out or disconnect it, you have to rope it off, and nobody can be within 10 feet of you because it could arc that far. But so the battery's actually still in its factory location. So we originally removed it, and we were going to invert it and put it behind the rear seats. And then once we found out that it was a completely sealed system and it could be underwater because it's under the fording line of the vehicle itself, we ended up putting it under the bed right back in its factory location, so we didn't have to extend the wiring or the lines or anything. It just like factory. The challenge with that was we had to move the bed floor. So to get the body lines to line up, I had to cut the whole floor out and kind of raise the bed so that it cleared the battery. But most people never notice that.
Yeah, and that's the great thing about Greg and all of his creations is you don't really fully understand how much work and how much detail goes into one of these builds until you get to talk to him and realize it's not just putting a Gladiator bed on a Wrangler. There's a lot of custom work, and to do this in 90 days is incredible.
Yeah, thank you.
So fortunately, the rest of the vehicle, once you got that done, is pretty simple, I imagine.
Yeah, the rest of it, so Quadratec put their 2-inch lift on it. Mm-hmm. So it's, a very simple lift. It's actually the Lynx wheels from Quadratec. But yeah, it's very stock. People don't realize how stock it is, even though the sheet metal's been changed a lot. And one thing that I add to every single build I do, I even tried to add it to a 66 Lincoln, but I was told no. I put a power tank in every build I do. Everyone. It's the most versatile system I've ever found when you're working with air. I know it's CO2, so it's not quite air, but it's the most versatile system. You can run your air tools, you can do tires, you can run your lockers, everything off of it. So they're just so handy and convenient. Once I started using them, I couldn't go back to anything else. It's the best system on the market, and that's why I use it.
Yeah. So, like I said in the beginning, we're going to take this on the trail. It has the same wheelbase as a Wrangler, but you get the utility of an even longer bed than a standard Gladiator. So this should wheel pretty well. You didn't mention the tires.
Yep. So they're the Nittos. They're 37-inch Nittos, and I think this is the new tire they came out with not long ago. So it's the Recon Grappler, and they're actually phenomenal. I got to play with it a little bit. 2 days ago, we were on a trail with TreadLightly, helping set up, and we were using this to haul out lumber.
Yeah.
And you would be amazed at the amount of lumber if you see the videos. I think I put one on my channel, but
I heard you were putting some 10-foot logs in here.
Yeah, there was almost 40 10-foot logs, so just over 2,000 pounds.
Yeah.
And then driving up the trails here in Moab. So it's everything I build, it has to be completely useful. And this one definitely serves its purpose.
So, excellent. So, did the work part pretty well?
Thank you.
Let's do some play.
Yeah.
Perfect.
there, but not perfect. I know the guy that makes that front bumper. No big deal.
We'll make more.
Driver, yeah.
Just ease into it, real slow. Your tires are grabbing. No, just keep your tires right where they are and just ease forward.
You're good.
It's because you let off the gas.
So we're at the end of Metal Masher. We had a great day. Thanks for the invite, guys.
Thanks for joining us.
So, Quadratech is out here. We built the JTE. We saw it play today, but it was really built for work. So, what are some of the projects you guys are working out here at East of Jeep Safari?
So we did one work project. We helped stage some lumber for the Klondike Bluffs Trail project that was yesterday. We've got another work project tomorrow, and I'm not exactly sure where that is with TreadLightly.
Secret Spire. Yep, doing some signage and some fencing.
Okay. Yep, and that truck, I mean, it's going around to every state. So we're not quite halfway there, but we've got the rest of the year to get there. Got a lot of holes on the East Coast, so now the truck's going to come home, get some work done on the East Coast with some trails, and keep it going.
Yeah. So you'll see on the tailgate there's the map of the U.S. Quite a few states are blue, but hopefully by the end of the year it's entirely blue.
All blue.
All right, so that's the 50 for 50 program that Quadratech is doing with TreadLightly. Do at least one trail project in every state.
No, a big thanks to Power Tank too, because you take these things up and on the trail, you got to air up and air down quick. These people want to get out and get their stuff done. You knock it out real quick with the Power Tank. It's a lifesaver sometimes.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for joining us.
Yeah. Well, thanks. So right after we shot what we thought was going to be the outro to this video, we got a call on the radio that we had a broken Jeep. This LJ in our group had broken the front ring and pinion, and we hopped in the JTE and went back to rescue it. We pulled the front drivetrain out, cleaned up the gear oil that spilled on the ground, and with the tow strap and a rear winch, we were able to get it through the obstacle, through the rest of the trail, and back to the trailhead where we had a trailer waiting to take it back into town. Later in the week, the JTE kept doing JTE things. Here it is on the famous Hell's Gate obstacle on Hell's Revenge. And right after this, it put on its cape and rescued another Jeep. This red Jeep had flopped trying to attempt this obstacle, and with the help of another rig, we were able to get it up the hill, off the trail, and again, it saved the day. So, to answer the question at the start of the video, is the JTE the Jeep that Jeep should make? Well, it definitely is an extremely practical and useful vehicle. Not only does the shorter wheelbase help it wheel a lot better, this just has a basic 2-inch lift and 37-inch tires, and it does everything that bigger Jeeps can do, but the longer bed and the higher payload capacity, because it's only a 2-seater, helps do truck things much better than a Gladiator would.
Nice.